cities with such scenic spots as imposing falls, immense forests and hills, and placid lakes. But since 1950, Sylhet was also remarkable for being picked out as the location of the Inter-Armed Military School, where regular inactive service officers of the armed forces of the Republic of Vietnam have been trained. With the development of our armed forces, it was renamed since 1959 the Vietnamese National Military Academy, with the status of a specialized university. The National Military Academy claims an area of over 2 million square meters, located on an imposing hill some 5 kilometers northeast of the lot. It includes stately modern architecture. To be enrolled in the National Military Academy, all applicants must have a Vietnamese citizenship, be 17 to 22 years old, have the 2 baccalaureate diplomas of the senior high school level, and pass the competitive examination. When graduated, these student officers will be graded in active service second lieutenant and receive a diploma equivalent to the Bachelor of Science, and after 12 months of service in a unit, they will be automatically promoted to the rank of first lieutenant in active service. The present 4-year training curriculum at the National Military Academy aims at providing the Vietnamese Armed Forces with such inactive service officers as will meet the following 3 characteristic requirements: the qualification and the capabilities of a leader, a sound knowledge of the military science to be served as the foundation of all further necessary development, and a cultural background of the technical university level. Presently, the National Military Academy has applied the Inter-Arms training curriculum since 1971 with a view to forming well-educated officers with a sound background of the university level with the Navy, the infantry, and the Air Force as well. After 2 years of basic military training from the platoon level down, student officers start specializing themselves in the branch of their own arms from the company level upwards in the military schools concerned. Here, student officers have just attended courses in mathematics, navigation, land surveying, and chemistry. After the theoretical lesson comes the practice in laboratories. Special stress is laid on experiments, since 60% of the running time of the 4-year cultural training curriculum are reserved for techniques in science. Beside the 50 classrooms and the chemistry, physics, electronic, audiovisual laboratories, the National Military Academy has completed since the end of 1970s a heavy equipment laboratory with modern facilities costing up to 800 million piastres. This laboratory is equipped with the most modern scientific equipment in Asia. It occupies an area of 3,500 square meters, including 9 special laboratories covering such domains as public works, mechanics, electricity, with a view to helping the student officers to get a clear notion of new equipment directly connected to their theories they have studied, notion which will be of great use to them later. Everywhere at any time, the student officer of the National Military Academy must have complete command over himself and be active in any situation. Self-control for better leadership is the first motto, a prerequisite leading to success. During the cultural training phase, the student officer also has to practice commanding his classmates or his younger fraternity brothers beside his own theoretical studies. In 1 week, he has 2 hours to review military subjects, 2 hours for martial arts, 1 hour for political training, 2 hours for activities of the company level, 4 hours for sport and athletic games, and a number for miscellaneous subjects. The rest of the time in the day, he spends it following a self-teaching compulsory program. To better train the student officers, the National Military Academy is subdivided into 3 blocks, namely the cultural, the military, and the staff ones. Presently, its teaching corps is composed of 125 lecturers in the cultural block, working under the supervision of a cultural affairs lecturer and of a corps of teaching officers. The National Military Academy has also a library to help student officers make further research on subjects connected with their lessons and spend their spare time in useful, entertaining reading. Set up in 1970, the library of the National Military Academy is a 3-floor building with all facilities and containing up to 80,000 titles classified according to the Dewey Decimal System. Every year, the library gets 1,000 more Vietnamese titles and 5,000 more foreign titles. The library is also equipped with 4 microfilm reading units in a computer system, an occasion for our student officers to operate this new cultural facility. There is also a museum containing gifts of all kinds, something to widen the knowledge horizon of our student officers on antiques. As they are, military training greatly enthuses our student officers. Here they are passing a rope bridge called the Self-Confidence Rope. Here they are flying down the rope of death. What a frightful name, but for our student officers, the test gives them the fleeting feeling of flying down into the water. The 4-year military training program aims at turning civilian youth into tough officers. As such, they must acquire a sound military background to be later on potentially developed at all grades in all ranks of all arms of the armed forces of the Republic of Vietnam. They must also have a keen sense of responsibility, serve with a sound nationalist position, with an active patriotism and an effective leadership. officers are presented in a graduation ceremony under the chairmanship of the President of the Republic of Vietnam and our graded second lieutenant. The youth resolution of the newly graduated officers are symbolized in the arrows which they shoot to the four cardinal points. the oath of full allegiance to the fatherland. The President accepts their oath and urges them to do their utmost in their new task. With another improving training curriculum to catch up with the development of the armed forces of the Republic of Vietnam, with an entourage plan, the hardcore pillars of the armed forces of the Republic of Vietnam in all arms will acquire a close communion with one another, since they all come from a motherly school and receive the same education for 4 years in the National Military Academy.